What up, Bucks fans? We are back. It's Real Bucks Talk. We are live here on Bucks Report, also the Pigskin Podcast Network. I am your host, Michael Plus. Joined as always, Mark Ramirez. And Mark, yesterday, it's been a crazy start to this new year. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone who's joining us. But man, yesterday was just a wild ride, and I'll let you, just start off with your thoughts and just, tell everyone what we're gonna probably discuss here tonight.
Yeah, let's start off with this.
He's a mess.
So we're going to talk about a big mess that's off the team now, but we're also going to talk about one hell of a comeback. Tom Brady living up to the GOAT status. One of his first end of game drives as a Buccaneer. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about the Cowboys drive, but this one he actually scored a touchdown, which was fantastic. Couldn't believe the throw. Defense stepping up when they needed to, but also a lot of things we're going to talk about is the coaching early on. They seem to always start slow, not ready when it counts. They come up when it counts, but you got to come in prepared, got to come in with a motor. I'm tired of hearing the players say, oh, the other team is playing like it's their Super Bowl. Well, damn it. Start matching the effort or more. I mean, it is ridiculous. And you're going to start this way every half until the playoffs? You're going to tell me that's normal? No. So that kind of upset me, but second half, there's a lot of good. 410 yards, 3 touchdowns by Tom Brady, declaring the GOAT yet again. But, yeah, we'll talk about the elephant in the room, Antonio Brown. Other than that, great comeback victory, 2024, even though I'm pulling my damn hair out. I know everyone else probably was the same. But let us know in the chat what y'all thought. But plus, what is your highlights of the game?
Well, I think you said it there. It was a great comeback win, and I think that's where you have to start first, because winning in this league is tough. It's not easy to get to 12 wins like this team is, 12-4. That should be celebrated. And again, I know it was against the Jets, who are 4-12 now, but looking at that team, that's a team that has fought pretty much in every contest, and they did beat some good teams. They beat the Titans, who are the number one seed in the AFC. And I think they also beat another team that's slipping my mind. But that team plays hard and they're well coached as well. So you got to give them credit for what they did in the first half. Second half, like you said, I thought we played much better. I think we matched their intensity, started coming out with a better overall game plan, and it worked. So, a lot of positives. Cyril Grayson continues to step up. I think he's got a great opportunity to be, more involved in the offense as we go forward. Oh, there you go, Bengals. Yeah, so those are 2 good wins. You can't, discredit that. But yeah, I mean, a win is a win, and Tom Brady, the offensive line, everyone involved on that last drive of the game was fantastic. So, just doing what you're supposed to do and make it happen.
Absolutely. And guys, welcome in the chat. Bring all the questions. Let's go, Krillin, in the chat as well. Alec, what's going on? What's up, Mark and Michael, Bucks, and Lightning. Plus, we're in the Lightning today.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Pat brought up a good point here. Let's talk about the offense first, I guess. I think the offense came on strong. Defense is playing flat. So going with that, offense, yeah, they came out, they scored in their first drive, that touchdown, matching the Jets touchdown. So I mean, they did. It was just uncharacteristic of a Buccaneers offense, which was kind of weird. It was a long drive. Ended up scoring. Great. I like that. I guarantee Arians was pissed because it wasn't a quick score. I liked it. I did like that. It was just some of the miscues early on, drop passes and stuff that I didn't like, and just the lack of attacking certain areas of weakness. And we always talk about that. Defensive, why they came out flat. Maybe it's because Jamel Dean and SMB came into the game a little late, going to Canada, then come back. I don't think it's ever happened ever in a game. So that's insane. Like,
yeah,
it's enough the AB drama fest. Then you have to worry about Jamel Dean, SMB. Are they going to play? Are they even going to get there in time? Let them warm up. Then SMB gets hurt. Like, holy cow. How many damn things does this team deal with and still come out with a victory on the road? I know it's the Jets, but still, it's an NFL team. They're trying to win. It's their Super Bowl, supposedly. So either way, I mean, what do you think about the offense coming out strong and then defense flat?
Well, he's got a good point there. The offense did score in their first drive, which was great to see. really what was my issue, and Mark's probably the same. It's just the overall process after that first touchdown took place. The process kind of got away from what worked in that first drive, and it seems like that's what they continue to do, or not make adjustments to what the Jets are trying to do as the game goes forward. They did figure it out there in the second half a little bit. They started getting some things going where when they needed to. My issue is they still don't use enough play action. They don't use enough passing on first down, and they don't really commit to running the football. And I know it's because of Rojo going down early. I thought they were just keeping him on the bench, but apparently he suffered an ankle injury, and then Keyshawn Vaughn goes down with ribs, and then now you're stuck with Le'Veon Bell, who you know, give him credit. He did a good job catching the football yesterday, but he's
Doesn't
just
look like
he's not in running back shape. So, and now they're talking about Kenyon Bonner might be a running back this week called up. So just have to see what happens with that. But again, the offensive line played very well. That's why I thought they could have done a little bit more to attack. And obviously, Gronk was the weapon that was being the mismatch throughout the game, and it was good to see them continue to go to him. Mike, coming back off of COVID, and then also the hamstring, he looked, not his usual self. Had a drop there late in the game that probably he knows he should have caught it. Um,
yeah.
but again, guys stepped up. Cyril Grayson made big plays. You'd like to see Tyler Johnson make that goal line
Yeah.
catch. He's got to make that happen, especially if he wants more opportunities, especially getting looks from Tom Brady. Tom's going to remember that. But the good thing is Tom's going to he continue to keep going back to him on that final drive, which was good. So yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of positives. Cam Brate making that catch on fourth down,
Yeah,
a
it's huge.
lot of good stuff. So
All right,
and then
here's a
yeah,
point though before you go over to the defense.
right,
Robert Green, always bringing good facts. This was the 32nd ranked team defense we
yeah,
faced, and we're all happy about. We came out good one, and then we got sputtered. 32nd ranked defense scored a touchdown on one of 5 drives in the first half. So that's a big pressing point. And he usually brings up the point of when we do face a good defense, we don't really move the ball well. And we're blaming the defense for not stopping the other team 100 times so the Bucs offense can figure it out eventually throughout the game.
hmm
Yeah, they scored 28 points. You better score that many points against a la the 32nd ranked team defense. So still, like, people may see things are moving, but there's a reason why we had 410 yards of passing yards.
yeah.
It's not just because we're down. It should have been that easy, but
Right.
it's
Yeah, and that's something that we always talk about. The Bucks offense, for whatever reason, they like to make it harder than it needs to be. You just got to keep it simple, and a lot of that is just understanding, what is good and what works. And when you have play action and you're passing on first down and you get 9 yards per play when you pass it on first down, that tells you something. You know what? We should probably do that more often, and maybe utilize the play action as well, especially when you have opportunities in second and short, third and short. Hey, maybe we'll run the football, surprise teams here. So it's just little things like that, where understanding what situations they're in and making sure th're more consistent in how they attack the game.
and where is he? Pat, here he is. I wish they would use Howard and Gronk in 2 tight end sets rather than Brate. I would, yes, I like the 3 tight end sets we're using though. I just would like to see it more often and executed better. Maybe if
Mhm.
you'd put them out there a little bit more often, you'd get some production. And again, now that AB's gone, we'll talk about that drama fest later, but who's going to step in? You have Howard, Brate, Gronk. I mean, use those big boys. I mean, I want to see them run the ball more. I guess with the limited running backs we have now, I think
Mhm.
you're going to see another 50 passing day from Brady, sadly. But I don't know. I just don't see Le'Veon Bell, as other people are saying too. He's just not the explosive guy. He's not. He looks slow. His body
Mhm.
doesn't look right. He looked like a damn tight end catching the ball at times because he was slow. It looked awkward him running. He
Mhm.
still caught it naturally and got upfield, but it was really slow and sluggish. So I don't know how much he's going to bring. I think he's in a different shape than football shape.
Mhm.
I still think we need to start running the ball more effectively, do those end rounds. You have the guys now. I mean, Cyril Grayson, you've done it before. Scotty Miller, I don't know what the hell doghouse he's in. It's weird to me, and
Yeah.
especially with Tom Brady's connection with him, you'd think that'd be a work in progress, and all we hear is good things about Leftwich, but, I mean, from our standpoint, it's like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Mhm.
But, yeah, I guess the numbers prove it, we're winning. It's just little things like this in a playoff setting when you're facing a great team in front of you, it's a lot different, and that's one thing we pinpoint a lot of that people get mad at us for. But I think you were gonna go touch on the defense too. I think
Well, I think a lot of people are mentioning it, and they're smart, they understand the game, they're obviously right in the fact that the defense does miss Levante David. It's a huge loss, and you hopefully we can get him back for the start of the playoffs, and because let's just be honest, Kevin Minter,
no.
nice guy, but he's just not it. I'm sorry, he's just not it. And Devin White is just not playing well consistently right now for whatever reason. So he obviously misses Levante, and there was just a lot of things where guys were not in the right position or not getting to the spot where they needed to be. I thought our front four, did some good things. Obviously, there's at times where guys got pushed down the line, but the filling of the gaps usually, met by either Devin or Levante was obviously missing. It just wasn't there. So that's something that needs to be improved. And you know, pass coverage I thought was okay. I didn't see anything bad there. When they started playing more zone and blitz, and Mark said this, I mean, constantly yesterday, and I agreed with him. I was like, why are we playing so much man coverage? Make Zach Wilson read what you're trying to do. And they finally did that. He had to hold the ball longer. And guess what? It resulted into pressure, resulted in sacks, incompletions, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not too worried about the defense going into the playoffs. I would say obviously both our concerns is the offense because like people have said on this chat and also, on Twitter and, anywhere you talk Bucks football, the offense struggles when it faces above average defenses. And that's a problem because you're not creative in how you call the game. You're not creative in getting your best players open by creating separation for them. That becomes an issue. And the problem is like we've seen them do it before.
Yeah.
That's what's frustrating. Like we've seen them be smart and call a great game. And maybe that happens again because it happened last postseason. Last postseason, they did everything that we wanted them to do.
We had a
Yeah.
running game.
Right. Yeah, that's a huge
We
factor too.
attempted to run the ball too.
Right. But they called it perfectly. They called it the right way. And they passed on first down, they used play action. So they just did a lot of things. And Mark, I mean, I don't know. Where does the offense go from here? Obviously, it helps that, we have Tom Brady.
Yeah, I was gonna touch on that because that's
Mhm,
something I don't know who you I think you're talking with John Ledyard on Twitter about how much Tom Brady's helping not just the players around him, like Cyril Grayson's, Rashard Perriman's, these smaller, no big name wide receivers, but the coaching staff. I mean, if you think about that last touchdown, that wasn't a drawn up, oh, well, Byron Leftwich said, "Oh, this is going to be open. I'm going to tell you now. This is a 2 minute drill. Get down there." Brady fakes it one way and lasers it outside pylon. Only
mhm,
guy can catch it, Cyril Grayson. That's a Tom Brady making up for it, and it's him executing on a play, and Cyril Grayson coming down with the ball. So, how much is Brady making up for insufficiencies in our coaching, not just the player personnel or players on the field, right? So that's a
mhm.
big issue that a lot of people aren't talking about. They just see it, us winning and oh, we'll sign another star wide receiver. Don't worry. It shouldn't come to that. You
Yeah.
use what you
Terrell Owens is, working out now. He's gonna come this
I don't
week.
give a crap about that. But couple other things on the defense too. Yeah, Devin White. I don't think he just necessarily went ghost. I think teams are literally saying this is like their best player.
Mhm.
Offensive linemen were running right towards him immediately,
Put in a
holding
lot of
him,
resources.
yeah, holding him big time. He's trying to throw his arms in the air like, "What the hell can I do?" No calls,
Mhm.
and literally, how many missed tackles were there? Desir missed tackle, Carlton Davis in the bot right there misses.
Yeah.
There were a lot of missed tackles behind the line, not necessarily like in like 5 yards after, behind the line missing, and I'm like,
Mhm.
"The hell?" Like,
Yeah.
now you would think, yeah, Levante usually wraps it up because Kevin Minter ain't going the right way. But it's to me the running game against the Jets, it was a team effort. Like some of those you just once you're there, make the tackle. Antoine Winfield saving a damn 55-yard run down the sideline. They still scored, but like, he shouldn't be made that far down the field. Make the play at the line.
Right. No, I
And
agree.
one other big update, where was it? Sorry about this. Hardcore hero. Sorry to go off topic here, but I wanted to update everyone. My wife did get the correct photo of Winfield giving the peace sign back to Hill, signed by Winfield and not Hill.
That's
That's
awesome.
great news. That's the best news I've heard all day.
That's great. Hey, that's a great way to start the new year, and congrats on that. Good job, by the wife. Well done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's get some positive here. Jim Melvin. I found it interesting when Grayson said he had dead legs at the end of the game because he played so much on special teams. I just want to give credit to Grayson in general. We're probably gonna do a film study on him. Dude has gotten nothing but good reviews from everyone, even AB from last game.
Mhm.
BA says it, everyone says it, and he doesn't really seem too shocked or in awe. He's just putting his head down, and going with the flow. Yeah, his leg may have been tired, but the dude caught the game-winning touchdown when it mattered. So I want to give a little 2 minutes to him. Plus, what do you
Mm.
want to say about Cyril Grayson?
I mean, hats off to him. I mean, this is a guy who's been I mean, people forget, like, he's been around the league for a little while now. He was, I believe, on the Saints at one point, and, he gets cut a couple different times, and, he's been on our practice squad on and off, but, now he's finding his opportunity, and didn't play college football. So, I mean, he's a little older. He's 28 years old, but, maybe this is his time, maybe this is his time to, finally get that opportunity, really develop into a receiver. I mean, he's got plenty of speed. We all know that, former track star, so he can run. And that's a great place to start. So he's got the athleticism, not the biggest guy in the world, but man, he can do a lot of different things. And if that route running continues to get better,
I know you said yesterday.
so he should be good.
I mean, that's all it is. It's knowing your route, getting the timing down with Brady. And the more you connect with Brady like this, the more confidence he's going to have in you, the more he's going to want to throw the ball to you.
Right. And
You've
he's
done
catching the ball. He's catching the ball. That's the biggest thing, right?
Yeah. The simplest thing, receive the ball.
Yeah, he's doing his job.
And that's all anyone can ever ask for. Before we talk about the receiver, everyone else wants to talk about Derek Brantley. Good point. Mike Evans is going to be relied on big time in the playoffs. I expect opponents to double team him in the playoffs, like they do every game, but it's going to be even more
Right.
because now AB is going to be gone. Cyril Grayson, Tyler Johnson, Scotty, hopefully, Brashard Perriman all have to step up. This is where it's going to really matter. Like, who's going to be the second guy that's going to help Mike Evans? And this is where scheming.
Mhm.
The coach is going to find ways to get Mike Evans to go one way, and all that traffic that he drags, there's going to be something available right where he leaves. Are we going to do that smartly? Are they going to execute that in their own game plans? That's that's to be seen. Or are we going to just continue the same crap? That's that people get mad at us for saying, but it just realistically happened. So, what do you think about Mike Evans getting doubled?
Right. Well, it's going to happen. I mean, it's been the defense's game plan against us, throughout the whole season. And Mike still finds ways to, get those one-on-one opportunities and make plays. And it's just like you said, up to the Bucs finding ways to move him around, get him in the slot more often, find ways to create space for him to make big plays. But like you said, at the same time, if the defense is going to put that much attention on him, then you need to fill that space that becomes available with him leaving, said space. And there should be openings there behind him or, over the top or, on the other side of the field. And it's, like you said, it's going to be up to the coaching staff to scheme it properly and come out with the right attack.
All right, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's talk about the monkey in the room, the
Is it
elephant.
that is it that time? Everyone's itching for it.
I think we should just get it out of the way, rip the Band-Aid off,
Yeah.
salt in the wound.
Well, I mean, okay. I probably said a lot of things yesterday, because at the time, me and Mark, we have a big group chat with a bunch of our other friends, and um, you know, I was heated, not because of what AB was doing, but because of how the team was playing. And, obviously I just said, whatever, it is what it is. Um, but to be honest, I'm not surprised about what happened with Antonio Brown. You look at the history, you look at what has happened in his career. I mean, it shouldn't really surprise you guys. It shouldn't be shocking. I just hope he's okay. I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna assume what happened. Apparently there was a conversation. That
Well,
conversation
let's
didn't.
yeah, let's talk about it. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone who doesn't know is coming in to find out. Like,
Mhm.
let's break it down.
Well, I mean, yesterday in the second half, AB just, starts stripping and, leaves the sideline, goes to, leaves the stadium and, does a celebration and all that stuff. So, and everyone probably knows like or has seen all the memes that have been created and all that, But yeah, I mean, it was just very odd and just added to the oddness of that day. First you had the two defensive backs with their flights.
I got to bring this up while you're talking. Go, keep talking.
Okay. Well, I mean, here it is here. Obviously Mike Evans was trying to talk to him and that didn't work. So, and yeah, he's just leaving here, throwing his jersey.
Look at the
So,
offside guy flicking him off too.
so really, I again, I'm not going to speculate what happened. Obviously, there was a conversation between him and the coaches, BA himself, and guess he didn't like what was said, and he was gone.
That's to be honest, like, realistically, there he's walking off the field shirtless. I thought he was gonna pull his pants down, to be honest, right here. I was like, "Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna go full naked." It's in the middle of the game. The game's still going on. Like the play clock in the background. Like, this is unprofessional, crazy. I couldn't believe it even happened. I thought it was surreal. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" Picture you did that. It's still a job. This is his profession. Picture you did this. This is Monday morning. You go in, your boss says, "Oh, can you go pick this up for me?" You say no. And he asks you again, you say no, and say, "Forget this. I'm gonna rip off my shirt."
Mm,
Throw it at any innocent bystander and just wave to everyone as I walk my ass out the door. It's crazy. I couldn't
yeah.
believe he did it. I wanted an explanation. I guess there is
Mm,
none. I mean, everyone after the game was saying, "Oh, he needs to get help, needs to get help." That's all I heard from Brady. That's what you heard from BA today. It Yeah, maybe the man needs help. I tried to defend him last week. I was saying, "Oh,
mm,
he's finally saying some of the right things. Proud of him standing up to some of the media."
mm.
It's when a push comes to shove, like, holy, he can really get pushed off a ledge, and maybe the dude does need help, but that none of that is proper or
Right. And
deserving
and
benefit.
we don't know. I mean, we don't know what kind of help he needs. I just hope, and I think we can all agree, just hope he gets the right help,
Yeah.
the right, you know, whatever he needs to happen. Hopefully, that does happen for him, and it can, resolve whatever the issue may be. Um, but yeah, hopefully, he'll be okay. And again, now you're looking at this team, it's got to move on. And again, it's the next man up. It sucks because Antonio Brown is a great player.
Oh,
I mean,
insane.
you see it on the field. Obviously, he was already, making catches early in the game, creating separation. So he will be missed in that aspect, because he would have definitely helped us. But now, you know, just got to move on and hope for the best for both parties involved.
It sucks because he was gonna be a huge part. He was a huge part in the playoffs, touchdown in the Super Bowl. I mean, any way you look at it, he was still at an elite level. He just came off a 100-yard game.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, he's bipolar, what concussion since that Bengals game. A lot of bad crap has been surrounding him, and this was just the time it popped off. Am I
Mhm.
kinda miss him? Yes and no. Yes, because of the production he can bring, but no, because of the drama that surrounds him,
Yeah.
and how much of this was hidden under the wraps that you didn't really see. Because OJ and Mike Evans both try to bring him back, so that's saying something there. Maybe
Mhm.
they've already known things, so just, "Bro, calm down, come back in, we'll get this." And Okay, maybe it was his ankle. Someone's saying his ankle. He was hurt. Okay, then let someone know. Let the trainer know, "I'm hurt. I wanna take
Mhm,
this day off really quick." I guess it's in the middle of the game, but who the hell cares? Like, take a play off. Don't leave the game. You just made it about yourself. It's a team game. You made it about I, not we. Get
mhm,
the hell off the team then. Like, if you can't make it about the team, you're not part of the team. That's the biggest thing, and you just quit, literally quit. So,
mhm.
as a Buccaneer fan, I'm a fan of the Buccaneers, not of just one player. I like his ability, but as a team game, I can't accept it, and
Yeah, no,
um
I mean, it was definitely, and I'm right there with you, is an unacceptable act, by him. That's something you definitely don't do. You cause a distraction to your team, and obviously, it has been a distraction. We don't know. Again, I don't want to assume anything, um, but obviously, you caused a distraction there in the middle of the game where the offense is driving the football. And I think they ended up scoring on that drive after, once he left. Um, but yeah, it's just, uh, yeah, I mean, it was just unacceptable for him to do that. But yeah, again, I just hope he gets the right help if he does need help and, um, can have success wherever, that may be.
and then some drama of Mike Florio saying, I guess the Bucks wanna cut AB, but not let him go to another team. No other team's gonna want him. I don't even think the NFL wants him
uh,
on a
Mike
roster, so
Mike Florio is funny. I tweet at him, but I don't think he responds to us. But I laugh at it because this guy's a Vikings fan, first of all, so he already has a history with the Bucks. He doesn't like the team, um, and he comes up with some ridiculous things that he tweets out. They just don't make any sense. So it's funny, fun follow. I'll say that.
it's true. But I mean, other than that, for everyone that wanted their AB fix, that was it. It's off. Let's
Mhm.
go to more positive news. The Bucks still did win the game.
Right.
Insane comeback. And then people wanted to know about Mike Evans. How many more yards does he need? 54 yards to get to 1,000. And as Plus said, 2 touchdowns to beat his overall record for most touchdowns in a season. That would be insane to one up
Yeah.
that too.
Hopefully, he gets that on 1 catch, and then he's done for that for that game. Just
4 yard
Tom
touchdown and then
Yeah,
yeah.
Tom just throw it deep, and hopefully he gets in the end zone, and then do one of those 2-yard touchdown passes to him as well. So, that'd
Talk
be I
talk about that though.
mhm,
That how elite that connection was. The touchdown to Evans, back shoulder, like, what was it, at the 4-yard line or something like that?
mhm.
And it's uncoverable. And then, like, you were talking to me, like, they move Brady in motion so Brady sees what the play is. Break that down for me.
Right, yeah, I mean, that was a great touchdown, and it again, it's about being smart about offense, about being a little creative. You have Brait outside wide, so they're going to bring him into the backfield. He goes in the backfield with Brady. Then you have Mike, who is lined up in the slot. He's going to shift out to the outside, and it's understanding what the Jets are doing now because they have a guy lined up on Mike one on one, so it's man coverage. Tom realizes that, and again, it's pretty hard to stop. Like it's pretty undefendable, if that's a word. But I mean, here it is right here. You see, Rake's going to go in motion. So you look at all the players on one side of the field. That's where most of the Jets guys are. They're thinking, okay, this could be going, but Tom's looking at Mike the whole way. I mean, it's realizing that he's got that one on one, and again, it's a perfect pass. Corner can't really do anything there unless he is sitting on that and lets Mike go by him. But yeah, there's really nothing you can do.
Like you said, Brady's going in motion. Look at this guy right here going with him. So Brady knows immediately this is one-on-one on the outside. Evan's gonna win that. It's an easy win. Once he reads, okay, the quarterback's not looking at me. I already got this guy on an island. I'm gonna throw this back shoulder. So this is the breakdown to catch 22 of it, but still, how effective is this? The guy has no chance. Evans the only guy that knows where it's going. Back shoulder, like you just said, undefendable, undefendable, unguardable, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And we need to do that inside the 5. I feel like our red zone's so shitty at times when it can look so easy when you do a shit like that. Or just do Gronk the same way.
Right.
Find ways to get those mismatches that easy. It can look that
Yeah.
very often, to be honest.
Oh, for sure. And inside the red zone, it's all about execution now. You look at the one red zone opportunity we miss, guy needs to catch the football. Tyler Johnson, that's probably a touchdown, and instead you settle for a field goal there. I think I have to go back and watch, but there's probably some other times where we just weren't executing properly or the right play call wasn't there. So, um, thankfully at the end there we did execute. We got that big fourth and goal to break. And like that play we just showed there, we did the right thing, like you said. And again, it's all about you know, taking advantage of your matchups and knowing how to isolate them like that. Again, it was late motion with Brait, and then you send Mike out, and it creates chaos for the defense. So just a good job, and hopefully we continue to see that going forward.
Yeah, so that's what we're saying. There is a lot of bright spots. Like Mike is still an elite player. People thinking his injury and blah blah blah, he's gonna get doubled.
Mhm.
You can scheme guys open. The Bucks have done that. The coaches have done that before. We just need to do it more consistently and attempt to run the ball, guys. I don't care who's back there. Hand it off. Let's
Keyshawn
find.
Vaughn looked
Yeah,
good. I mean,
yeah,
he did a good job when he was in there. I know it wasn't like outstanding, but he was doing a good job when he's getting opportunities. Hopefully, he can come back this week and be healthy. He caught the football. That was good. He pass protected well. The one that Mike Evans dropped, he took out a linebacker. Just blew him up. It was great protection for Brady. So there's a lot of good things there from Keyshawn, and I definitely like him as an option if we have to go to someone else besides Ronald Jones.
yeah. And again, looking forward to next year. This could be his coming out party, I guess. Like literally, this is what I can bring to you.
Mhm.
Then he took it and ran with it, and he's held it all season. I know we're hoping Lenny comes back, but that was a serious hamstring injury. I'm still leery and wondering if he's even going to come back for the playoff run.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to look for like any signs on Twitter from his account, but he's been silent since the injury. So, hopefully he's rehabbing good and get back strong. I think they come up with the decision next week, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's a big wait and see. But
Yeah.
other than that, Vaughn, let's see what you can do. Rojo, he supposedly that injury is pretty big too. So
Yeah, they have an MRI on it, so hopefully that goes well.
speaking of
People that
injuries,
Yeah, Chris Godwin had successful surgery, so that's good news. He'll be back, and I think he'll probably be better than he was before, which is that's what we hope for. And um, again, he's not going anywhere, guys. He's going to be back with the Bucks for sure.
funny money, right?
Yeah, yep. Put it on the credit card.
Put it down in in the books.
Yep,
Uh, so let's do one more offensive question, then I want to go back to the defense.
sure.
Matt Newman over here saying, agree, leave the tight ends in and run the football. OJ and Gronk have been blocking really well. Every time I see a big run, they're doing it. They're clearing the outside, or you see Jensen, Donnie, Marpet, someone's pulling. They
Mhm.
know how to run effectively. I just don't understand why they don't do it more. I know
Yeah.
they were down 2 touchdowns in this game. You shouldn't have been abandoning it so early either way. So we have weapons galore. I know you want to use them all, but use them effectively. Don't just force feed one issue. I'll let you touch on that a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean the tight ends I thought did a good job. They bounced back in a big way yesterday. I thought Gronk was outstanding, making guys miss, breaking tackles, catching the football, doing all the things that we've seen him do before, and they utilized him in the right way. Cam Brate has done a good job, and he's come a long way in his run blocking as well. And then OJ, I thought again, I agree with you. I thought he did good things. Like to see him get more involved in the passing game. That's another story, but um, yeah, I think they're stepping up, and we're going to need them. And like you said, running the football is it's got to become an emphasis, but you got to continue to utilize those run plays that work for you, and do it in the right situations.
I mean, it's what's weird is though is they've shown it before, they just don't consistently do it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is
You see what
consistency.
the Jets did against us. We're the number 1, 2, whatever it is, top 5 run defense now because we've been gashed a couple times. They still ran the ball. They still
Mhm,
did executed their plays. If you execute correctly, there's gonna be 3, 4-yard gains that will turn eventually into 7, 10, 15-yard gains down because our offensive line wants to run block. They wanna run over people, not just always consistently block backwards and hope to get run over by a defensive tackle like Kappa did not too long ago. It Your offensive line will get happy and wanna do this. They wanna go hunt and run people over.
mhm,
I wanna see more of that. Like, get your offensive line in the game, get them moving, get them active, and then guess what? Play action is gonna open up. That's all you did last offseason. Are they
mhm.
waiting? No, you shouldn't be because you gotta be practicing this to execute in the playoffs. You don't hold it in. So I just don't understand what's going on. You saw last season momentum just keep going better and better and better.
Mhm,
What is going on with this offense? It's a big question mark. And the defense, I'll kind of motion over to that. Yes, the secondary was healthy at its first, but Jamel Dean, SMB had to come in late. SMB gets hurt.
mhm,
But still, the things I saw, some of it was coaching. They're just trying to dummy it down for Desir or people who were in there to go on man. Edwards man on Barrios. I don't know what the hell that was.
yeah,
Once they finally realized, okay, have Devin White go in on a blitz, accelerate the process for Wilson to think, drop back in zones. I don't give a crap if Anthony Nelson's dropping back. That big ass dude, he's not going to be able to cover well, but he's in the way.
mhm.
That's going
Yeah,
to delay the decision.
yeah,
It's going to happen.
yeah, you got a
Or,
pass deflection, so
yeah. So it just the defense is not a worry. Like once they get in their groove and the coaching matches the personnel that's on the field, we're lights out. And
mhm,
someone's asking earlier if I'm okay with our pass rush. Our top 2 guys are out, and we're still getting sacks left and right. We're
mhm.
tied for first not too long ago.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's very tough to sack. I mean, that guy's so fast and elusive. So we had a couple where we just missed him. I mean, he was running everywhere or running backwards. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a tough tackle. But yeah, I agree with you. You know, getting back, Shaq Barrett, JPP, hopefully get those guys back for the playoffs. Levante's a huge piece.
Humongous.
And now the secondary, hopefully, fingers crossed, stays healthy from here on out. S&B's okay, and these guys start playing, how they should, and I think we'll be fine. Todd Bowles is one guy I'm not worried about. He understands what he has to do, and he makes adjustments. He did it yesterday, and he did it perfectly.
100%. And like,
Mm,
we were joking about it earlier, but once he did that, he never went away from it. He's like,
yeah.
"Oh, you can't beat it? I'm gonna keep doing it." And that's how it all should be.
Mhm,
If you see a team cannot defend an offensive scheme or can't move the ball on one of your defensive schemes, keep doing it until they figure it out. If they can't, too
yeah,
bad. They're too dumb. They can't figure it out. That's what coaches have to do.
right.
Bulls figured it out. They're fine. Keep zone blitzing it. Devin White go in. Let's do some stunts. Everyone else just stare at Wilson. Wherever his eyes go, go. And look what happened.
Yeah, it
Really
worked, and
consistent. And
yeah, they held their offense to 0 points in the 4th quarter.
yeah, it's
You know,
huge.
that's the biggest number right there, and, obviously you could say, "Oh, the Jets, they just they packed it in on themselves with that 4th and 2 quarterback sneak call," but again, it's not the Bucs' problem. They made the stop. They made the stop, and, and the rest was history after that.
It, it's a lot of it's execution, but the thing is, to me, Levante David is humongous. Our 2 edge rushers is humongous, and we still can shut it down when we have to. Like the
Mhm,
defense came up big when needed to. And
right.
that's what you wanna see. Secondary, as they start gelling together, it'll be there. I think they're just holding Sherman out for the playoffs, to be honest. Same thing with our edge rushers,
Mhm,
but we're still getting pressure. People, if you're worried, there was pressure. I mean, Wilson was running all around. People were
yeah,
getting in, and the Jets' offensive line isn't too bad. They're actually pretty good. Young, although young and
mhm,
banged up, they are good at what they do, which is running the ball. So it was a good test. I'll say that, especially if we
Mhm.
do face the Eagles moving forward in the playoffs.
Yeah, playoff scenarios are pretty much finalizing here as we head into week 18, which sounds strange. You don't That's the first time we're talking about that. Usually the season ends today and we're talking about playoffs coming up this week. But that's not the case. And yeah, when you look at the standings, obviously, the Bucks are still playing for that 2 seed and BA came out today. He's like, "Yeah, we're nobody's resting. We play to win." So, obviously they're trying to get that top spot or as high as they can go. But you look at all the scenarios right now, it looks like, yeah, the Eagles probably be that matchup if they're the 6th or the 7th seed.
Well, and the Packers, they still have the conference record over us, correct? So,
Well, the
what?
Packers clinched number 1, so
Yeah,
they're already in that.
okay.
That's not gonna change. They have home field throughout the playoffs right now.
So they can literally just rest everyone pretty much.
Yep, yep, they can rest against
Yeah.
Detroit, so
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I mean, the Bucks wrote their own future with the 2 losses to the Saints, which shouldn't have. I'm still bitter. I know it's in the past, but still it's it's embarrassing still to the team itself. Not to me, I'm just pissed off at them.
Mhm,
But overall, you want to win games, no matter what. Tom Brady's gonna be out there. He's not going to give half-ass effort. He's going to push to win, and I want to jump over that. It's all about this. I want to walk into the playoffs head held high and with momentum and figure things out.
mhm. Yeah, Rams have a big matchup this week. It's, Rams 49ers. 49ers have to win to get into the playoffs, and the Rams wanna win because that will clinch them the division because the Cardinals can still sneak up there and get the division if they win and the Rams lose. So, a lot at stake for those, final spots, but the good news is the Bucks are, I believe, pretty much clinched that 3 spot. They'd have to lose. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. If they lose this week, they could fall to number 4. But yeah, I mean, a lot would have to happen for that to take place.
Yeah, we're assuming we slaughter the Panthers like the first game, but look what the Jets happened. Look how the
Right.
Washington football team happened. It's just blows my mind sometimes thinking about this
Mhm.
crap. But I mean, guys, the Bucks truly are the only team that beat themselves. A lot of it's coaching, a lot of it's interceptions, but I mean, execute. What
Mhm.
else can we say?
No, right on. And there was, speaking of stakes, I mean, there was a lot on stake like last week with fantasy football championships. I lost in the final to a Jets fan, which is ironic. But when you're looking at these games and you got a lot of games coming up, there's going to be a lot of sports betting going on. So, guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to go on DraftKings and check out our promo that we got going on with the Pigskin Podcast Network. Sign up if you haven't signed up, go there and sign up. Type in the promo code TPPN, and you can get a lot of free stuff. $100 in free bets if you bet $1 and you win. There's just a lot of good stuff going on with DraftKings, so be sure to check it out. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was looking for the little banner this time. Couldn't come up in the clutch plus.
It's okay.
I left you in the high and
It,
dry.
it's
Oh,
okay. They know what it is.
I lied. You know what? I got you, plus. Don't you worry. I'm gonna let you finish. But I found it. Plus, give me one more run again.
Well, here it is as Mark pulls it up. But again, if you're new to DraftKings, it's a great time of the year. They got so many, promos going on. But use our promo code to help support the channel TPPN, and it's just awesome. You can win a lot of prizes and a lot of good games coming up with good bets going on, and you can win some money.
Enjoy, guys. Have fun. Now let's talk some more Buccaneer football. It's always fun. Even though
Yes.
it's stressful, it is fun. And Cyril Grayson, fantastic guy. I hope this guy comes up in the clutch. And I want to know. Everyone want to know what the hell happened to AB on the sideline. I want to know what the hell's wrong with Scotty Miller in this doghouse. What did he even do? Like, I just don't. That's one thing I don't get.
Yeah, I mean, he was out there on special teams yesterday. I think he's doing a good job there. He was in on a couple returns, so yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see him being utilized. I don't know what happened to the over routes that they ran all last year with receivers or tight ends, going across the middle and just going into that level over the, intermediate routes. And Scotty did that a lot last year and he made a lot of good catches. It was either that or, streaks down the field where he just blows past people or utilizing him in the screen game like we do with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans or other guys. Yeah, AB. Use him on end arounds, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't get it. I hope he gets more involved. They still have Jalen Darden, who's on the COVID list right now. But your six receivers right now is Evans, Tyler Johnson. You got Cyril Grayson, then Perriman, Scotty Miller, and Darden. So I mean, I just hope they all get utilized in the way they should.
And that's the scary thing. So AB's gone now. Chris Godwin's gone now. Those are the two main guys you used in that screen game. You didn't see many of those in the Jets game.
No, that's right.
You used
Yeah, they did it to AB, and then after that, it was once he left, it was done. So
right, and they tossed it out of the playbook. You still
yeah,
have guys that can run it, and you aren't using them correctly. That's the problem we are talking about,
yeah.
and no one kind of sees it. Like, oh no, Tom Brady will fix it. Tom Brady needs a little schematic help, not just personnel help. I'm gonna just sign some Hall of Famer off the street, like,
Hmm.
like help them schematically, personnel on the field utilized correctly. Leftwich, it's on you. I know you hear nothing but good news. You're getting carried by great players on the field. That's what's going on. Use your guys correctly. Gronk screens. What the hell is with Scotty Miller? Put him in the screen game. Put him on drags across the field. Have a linebacker try and stay with him, or just streak down the field. Toss someone underneath him. Find space. Utilize.
Hmm.
It just blows my mind so many
Yeah,
times. They just misuse their guys.
yeah. They ran mesh with Le'Veon Bell, which is that's cool, but man, dude's slow. Like, run it with a fast guy and see what happens. You did with Perriman, he scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
You could do the same thing. So that's where I know we're broken records here, but it's just frustrating to see it week in, week out. It's like, oh, here we go again. Let's let's just stutter around and then when we need to make the plays, we'll do that. And obviously you can get away with it against a team like the Jets because they're inferior on talent. But when it comes to playoffs, talent's gonna be matched up pretty well. So you're gonna have to find ways to out coach people, out scheme and make it easier for the execution to be successful.
And that's all we ask. That's what your coaches. You're supposed to be game planning for the game at hand.
Mhm. Yeah,
It's like they try.
Fukuwab, Anthony Nelson, yes, he's doing great.
Yeah, plus, like, just get off the bad bandwagon. And he is. I mean, he's gonna be a free agent as well, correct?
No,
No.
I think we talked about this. He's gonna be a free agent, I think in 2023.
Oh,
So,
good, good.
yeah. But yeah, he's playing very well and it's good for him. He's taking advantage of his opportunity. Him and Cam Gill, I saw some good things from as well. So yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, like you just said, opportunistic. I mean, he had some good plays behind the line of scrimmage, especially in the running game. He got doubled on plenty of times too, so they're
Hmm.
giving him attention as well. So that's cool to see other teams are noticing
Hmm.
the effect he has on a game. And well, I guess we'll try and highlight that in the film study this week, guys. And always let us know if you guys want us to kind of cover someone specifically or look deeper into something. I know we want to look at Cyril Grayson just to check out what he needs to fix and what he's doing really well.
Hmm.
But Jim Melvin always brings good takes. Let's see. Last season at playoff time, we had Evans, Godwin, Brown, Miller, Gronk, Fournette firing on all cylinders. This year we have 90% Evans and Gronk.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be different. I mean, this is gonna be playoffs is where anything can happen. Um, it doesn't really I don't really, like, get too hyped up on the seating. Yeah, it's nice to have home field advantage, especially this year where you have fans in the stands and it's gonna be louder, it's gonna be more crazy. So it does have an impact, but we've seen plenty of times where 6 seed, 5 seed, whatever seed they are, they go on and they can win a championship. Bucks did it last year as the 5th seed.
Yeah.
So, really for this team, and we said it pretty much all year, it's, about being healthy and it's about having the right mindset and approach going into the playoffs. I think if that comes together, then obviously this team has a chance to do it once again.
Mindset and approach, healthy. I agree with all that. And like you just said, like, okay, you don't have certain guys, but you still have guys to use. You have
Mhm.
guys that have been in the system for a long time.
Yeah,
Scotty's been here for a while now. Perriman knows the system. I mean, and has shown he can succeed in the system. You have plenty of guys to use. I don't want to hear this crap of we don't have AB, we don't have Godwin. You still have the best quarterback to do it. You have Hall of Fame tight end,
great offensive line.
uh, possibly the top 3 offensive line in the game. You have everything at your disposal. Execute. That's all we're asking. The defense will do enough. You just
Mhm.
have to score 1 point more than the other team, and you have plenty of weapons to do it with. So, I'm just tired of the excuses. Execute. Simple enough.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wait a minute, G Vegas. He said it here.
Oh, I forgot about Watson. Yeah, that's true. They have to activate him soon, so they're gonna have a decision on their hands. I wonder what they do. I think Watson probably gets cut, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Or I don't know, has he been playing? I haven't realized it, so I have to go back and look at that.
Watson to the rescue. That's
But great point, G Vegas. We'll see what he can do.
and this is Farouk Wab says it. As long as 12 is playing, we got a legit shot, and that is the God honest truth. I mean, you're not out of any game. He's going to try and make the right decisions. What was funny is like the rookie cornerback that got the interception before the half
Mhm.
literally ran up to Brady to sign the ball. He's like, please.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. Like
Right.
walking up, and Brady's like, fine, there you go.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I'll sign my mistake and let you have it, so, yeah, then no, that was good.
And it's crazy that I picked off Tom Brady. It's going to be like a huge story for the
Mhm.
rest of his life. Like, and that's to that credit. As long as you
Mhm.
have this guy who you sent me today, like his stats,
Oh, they're identical like last year.
and it's I think I was reading in 20 seasons with the Patriots, he only had 40 touchdowns once. He's been here twice. It's been 2 years. He's done it twice.
Yeah, 80 touchdowns in 2 years. It's great.
Ridiculous. Like
Yeah, and people are still saying, like, he's not in the MVP race, like, that come on, guys, like, this guy should be the MVP. I mean, he's playing lights out and a big reason why where we are, so
the only other offensive player is Cooper Cup. So only other player I think that deserves it.
Jonathan Taylor.
I mean, but he just got did he get shut out or not shut out this game? But I just don't know if he has
I don't know.
enough.
A lot of people are saying Aaron Rodgers, but
Now
I'm like, "Come on." Tom Brady, like, he's doing it all.
with his crap of the vaccine stuff, missing a game,
Yeah, I heard that's gonna affect him, but
just doesn't have the statistical
mhm,
categories to do it. I know you're on the best team, but
yeah,
is this the most valuable team or is this the most valuable player?
mhm. Yeah, Cooper Cup is having a great year. I mean, how what yardage is he at? Is he, like, near 2,000 yards? Like, it's
Yes, he
crazy.
stupid.
Crazy what he's been doing.
Oh my god. Let's bring this up. Oh, I gotta share it again.
Mhm.
He has 1,800 yards.
Okay. So
That is stupid.
he could possibly get close.
That is stupid.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
2
mean, he's
touchdowns.
gonna have over 140 catches. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the
So
best receiving, years in a while. I don't think we've seen I don't know, did, Calvin Johnson he did 2,000 yards, didn't he, 1 year? I don't know, but,
Ridiculous.
Where's the one guy that was Googling for us that last time? He had all the answers.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's in the chat or not. I don't think he's here for tonight's show.
Look at this. Look at my man. He's gonna have his 5,000-yard season,
Yeah,
67%, 40
yeah,
touchdowns, 12.
it's
Like next
it's
closest is Stafford.
it's crazy. And I saw a stat today that Brady's had 8 dropped touchdowns also to go in addition to those numbers. So if those are caught, he's looking at a 50 touchdown season, 5,000 yards. I mean, it's crazy.
And thank you, O line.
Yep.
You know what's funny? He only had 21 sacks last season too.
Yeah.
But our
Yeah,
O
so
line sucks.
hopefully we can keep it that way. Hopefully keep it at 21. But yep.
I mean, look at everyone else. 25, 28. Everyone has more.
Mhm.
So think about it. Is it just Brady getting the ball out fast, or is our O line actually pretty good?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
And
still pretty good.
shout out to Joe Burrow. I mean, that guy is he's the man.
Jugular Joe Burrow. Look at 70%.
Yeah.
It's like the modern day Drew Brees right here.
Yeah. Happy for that team getting a division title. That's pretty impressive, especially after what Joe Burrow went through and that injury and coming back like he has. That's
And they
saying
came back
something.
and beat the Chiefs
Yeah.
in Arrowhead.
Yeah, they were you talk about adversity. They were down 14 twice and they came back and won. So,
Like that. That's badass.
yeah.
Yeah. And he's been sacked 51 times.
Mhm.
About 30 more times than Brady. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, and just a little side note for fantasy people out there. I had Jamar Chase yesterday and he came so close to, finding a way to win it for me, but 43 points I guess just wasn't enough.
And I'm still bitter. I'm going to mention it plus. I lost my freaking semifinal by 3 points.
Yep.
And I dropped AB the week prior because I was like, oh, he's probably not going to come back.
Mm.
Bastard comes back, lights it up against the Panthers.
Yeah.
And because I have Joe Burrow, I lit it up. I would have
Mhm.
beat everyone, but damn it, I'm
Yeah.
going to leave it alone. Better luck next year.
Yeah, hey, I'm right there with you. If you ain't first, you're last. So I didn't win. So we all have to do better, and that's what we're gonna try to do, especially on this channel. As you guys are watching Real Bucks Talk live on Bucks Report, also the Pigskin Podcast Network. And like Mark said earlier, let us know if you have a certain player that you want us to look at. We're going to start getting back into our draft coverage. I know we're getting a lot of hits on the little draft videos that we've done so far this year. Tyler Lindenbaum is getting crazy amount of views, and he's one of the top center prospects in the upcoming draft. So it's really cool. I'm working on getting some more prospects in the queue. So hopefully we can start working on those as we get closer to February, March, April, etc.
But other than that, guys, if there any other questions in the chat, bring it. But I mean, overall, Buccaneers should wrap up everything against the Panthers next week.
That's a good point. I didn't know that. That's crazy. 51 sacks.
I just said that too.
Oh man, I must have blacked. I zoned out.
But I
I
said
saw.
he has 30 more sacks than Tom Brady has.
Wow, that's nuts.
Oh, it is. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous. And
yeah.
considering he's come back from ACL, which was on a sack, a guy ran right into his knee.
Poor guy. They're trying to beat him up. Like fix that offensive line.
I mean, I guess you got your weapon next year. Just protect your guy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is crazy. Buccaneers, I think we beat a dead horse. If the offense kind of just does enough, because I think the defense is, don't worry about it. I know I may shoot myself in the foot on this one. If these guys come back, Todd Bowles is executing on a high level. Went to 20, I know 24 against the Jets sounds bad. It does. But get your guys back, get the whole team healthy, and look what can happen with this defense. It's the same defense that stopped Patrick Mahomes 9 points in the Super Bowl. I think it's even better once everyone's healthy. Offensively, what can we do with lesser players? That's the big thing. The coaching will carry you throughout the playoffs, and that's telling.
hmm Yeah, no, I agree. Defense, like Mark said, I think it's going to be fine. Get everyone healthy. Let's get it lock and loaded, and then offensively, again, it's really just about the approach, and that's why I talked about earlier: mindset, approach, and being healthy. So if the approach is right, and Byron and Tom can get where they need to be on the same page and put these guys in better positions, then I have full confidence. And at the end of the day, they're so talented. This is a very talented football team, as we saw. 12-4. That's no joke. That's a great record, and hopefully, coming up this week against the Panthers, they can find a way to get to 13-4 and finish strong. But with that said, thank you everyone in the chat. You're so appreciated, and we appreciate all the comments, the questions. The support on YouTube has been outstanding, so hopefully that continues. We appreciate it. So don't be a stranger. Andrew, you're the
Thank
man. We appreciate it. You're always giving us, comments on YouTube and, supporting us every week. So much appreciated. But
thank you,
yeah,
seriously.
so everyone have a great week. I hope everyone's new year is starting the way they want it. And with that said, till the next one, go Bucks. Watch Cobra Kai.
Go Bucks.